this episode of Off the Script, number 163, part number 3, on this WrestleMania Sunday, April 2nd, 2017! I got news. Fake news. I'm proclaiming this to be fake news, man. Backstage fake news on Roman Reigns becoming the #1 merchandise seller in WWE. Yeah, right. Fuck out of here, man. Completely not true. Meltzer's reporting it. We're going to go over it. We'll talk about Roman Reigns supposedly being the #1 man for merchandise in the WWE. Also, Finn Balor's role tonight at WrestleMania 33. What is going on with the Demon at WrestleMania 33 this evening? Also, news on Justin Roberts having his new book out and him proclaiming that Vince McMahon does not care about the fans or what they want. We don't need you to write a book about that, Justin Roberts. We already know it, bro. We already know it. Huge stunt planned tonight for Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. What the fuck is Shane McMahon thinking about doing tonight at WrestleMania 33? Also, Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Why hasn't this dream match for WWE happened yet? And also, Alberto Del Rio and Paige are set to be married this week. Why is Del Rio marrying Paige, and what does it have to do with the huge sex tape scandal that was unveiled 2 weeks ago? All this, plus so much more on this episode of Off the Script. There's not going to be any advertisements. There's not going to be any commercials. We're going right into it. Why? Because it's fucking WrestleMania 33. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Let's start part 3 off with this fake news story about Roman Reigns. We got backstage information on the merchandise sales of the big dog, Roman Reigns. Reigns has received an enormous amount of backlash from wrestling fans due to his push from WWE as the top guy. As many fans know, the push of Roman Reigns over the past few years has been one of the top stories in all of professional wrestling. This push has led a lot of fans disliking the character of Reigns. He receives a large amount of boos every time that he appears in front of a crowd. So why does WWE keep pushing him? Why does WWE keep pushing Roman Reigns? Or the better question is, why don't they turn him fucking heel? According to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter and Dave Meltzer, now that John Cena is considered a part-time talent, Roman Reigns is the top merchandise seller in all of WWE amongst full-time stars. As hated as the big dog is by some, fans are still buying his merchandise. At the end of the day, WWE is a business, and they are going to do what is best for them. This goes with Triple H's recent comments, where he said in a recent interview about Roman Reigns turning heel, people can look at Roman Reigns and say the failed attempt that is Roman Reigns, but Roman also sells tickets. Don't expect WWE to change their booking of Roman Reigns anytime soon, even though many believe that a heel turn would be incredible for him in the long run. You know, the fans aren't the only ones who are saying this, by the way. Everybody, every podcast you listen to, from Solomonster to Steve Austin to Jericho to Jim Ross to Mike Johnson of PW Insider, Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, everybody who is the who's who in wrestling and podcasting, they've all said the same thing. I've stated it for fucking years on this show. Turn the fucking guy heel. It doesn't give anybody good feelings that WWE is pushing Roman Reigns as a babyface, but then you got Triple H come out and say, well, he's already the biggest heel we got. No, he isn't. How is Roman Reigns the biggest heel that you have when, I mentioned this on part 1, when you alter segments to pretend like people aren't really hating him? You alter it so that people see the good in this entire situation. You take fan signs away that really go at Roman Reigns. You put plants in the crowd and you have them showcased on television as it's a way to, oh my God, look, it's Roman Reigns. You alter sound and crowd reaction. You take away the genuineness of a WWE audience and you lower the volume. Roman Reigns, he can't be booed. Roman Reigns, he's gonna bury the dead man at WrestleMania. You know? You got that fucking beaver fuck lowering the volume. Come on, bro. Yeah, but he's a heel, though. If he was a heel, WWE would be embracing the hate. They would take it and utilize it to make money. You know, when Roman Reigns, I'm saying as if WWE is going to do it. They're not. If Roman Reigns turns heel, just like all the greats before him, if Roman Reigns turns heel, he will be that much more over as a babyface when the time is right. People, it's been done before in the past. With all the big names. Roman wants to be a big dog, right? He wants to be the top of the guy in WWE. The top guy in WWE. WWE wants him to be their number one. But he's not following the same track as everybody else. WWE seems to be going in a different direction away from everybody else. Like, what makes Roman Reigns so special? And to me, this is a CNN fake story, fake news story. I don't think Roman Reigns is number one. I don't think Roman Reigns is number one in merchandise at all. I still think John Cena is number one. John Cena's been on TV every single day, every single week. Been in every house show every single week since he's come back. Starting his push with the WWE Championship win at the Royal Rumble. He's been in the middle of WrestleMania build. He's been at house shows. I doubt John Cena's merchandise is not number one. This is a fake news story. WWE just wants to push this out there. They want to push this into the public. Oh, look, Roman Reigns is number one seller. So, fuck you to everybody that's saying, oh, we should turn him heel. We're not going to turn him heel. He's number one. He's making us money. So, if people are booing him now, right, and he's a heel now, why don't you make it official? Why don't you start booking him like a heel? If he's number one in merchandise, he'll still be number one in merchandise if you turn him heel. So there's really no difference. Do the right thing. Instead of thinking he's a heel but pushing him as a babyface, why don't you think of him as a heel and push him as a heel? I said this on part one. Roman is an inconvenience to everybody. Roman is just there. They're not coming to see Roman. They're coming to see the rest of the show and the rest of the Raw roster. Roman is just there, and when he comes out, people are booing him in a way that says, go the fuck away. I'd rather see Cesaro, or I'd rather see Jericho, or Owens, or Rollins. They don't want to see Roman. Roman is an inconvenience to them. If Roman was such a heel, people would come to legitimately see him wrestle, boo the shit out of him, and hope that he loses. People are coming to the shows now to boo him because they fucking hate him and they want to voice their displeasure with WWE for shoving him down our throats. Complete difference. But he's number one, and merchandise, according to Dave Meltzer, fake news. Fake news about Roman Reigns. Don't believe it for 1 second at all. Rumors on Finn Balor's role at WrestleMania 33. I have my fantasy booking. I don't know about you guys. I say Balor comes out to help Rollins, but in the midst of helping Rollins, he's like, aren't you the one that put me out for 7 months? Aren't you the one that took away my Universal Championship? Fuck you. I'm joining Triple H. I think the Demon comes back, if I'm booking WrestleMania, and helps Rollins, but then sides with Triple H in the end. That's what I think should happen. But what is the role for Finn Balor at WrestleMania 33? It's one of the biggest questions that we had over the last few weeks because we haven't heard of him. We haven't heard about the plans. We haven't even had any news about Finn Balor being added to the card. He's not even on the card for WrestleMania. Neither is Samoa Joe. But Joe will be playing a role in the Rollins-Triple H match, non-sanctioned. Balor suffered a torn labrum during his SummerSlam match with Seth Rollins. He is now cleared to go after being through rehab for the past several months. And now has been cleared to return. Balor has wrestled at several WWE live events over the past few weeks, proving that he is healed up and ready to go. So why isn't he being used on television? There are two rumors floating around when it comes to Finn Balor on WrestleMania 33. The first is that he was the backup plan to face Triple H in case Rollins was not able to compete at WrestleMania. As we've seen over the past few weeks, Rollins is good to go. Non-sanctioned match at WrestleMania against Triple H. It's given the green light. The second rumor is that Balor will be making an appearance at WrestleMania as the equalizer to Samoa Joe. There's no doubt that Joe will play a role in the Triple H Rollins match. If the rumor is true, will Balor appear to take out Joe and even the odds? Or will he turn on Seth Rollins and ultimately align himself and bring the rumors to life that Triple H has now brought back a newer version of Evolution? If Balor coming out to even the odds and take Joe out, if that turns out to be true, the reason why WWE kept Balor off TV is because they are planning a cool moment at WrestleMania with him. Triple H also teased something with Balor at a recent live event. Triple H went to go give him the Too Sweet. Balor gave him the Bullet Club. So that was pretty cool. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens at WrestleMania. The potential is there for something monumental. The potential is there for something epic. Balor could turn heel, but then many people might not like that. A lot of you guys stated that Balor works better as a heel. I would love to see him aligned with Joe and Owens and Triple H. I think that's a dominating faction. Maybe we get AJ Styles and the rumors of him moving over to Raw. They become true, and maybe we can get a Bullet Club reformed with AJ Styles. Who knows? Who knows? And he joins Gallows and Anderson again. Or the proposed idea that I brought to life was that Rollins needs backup. Ambrose gets drafted to Monday Night Raw. Reigns continues to stay on Monday Night Raw. The Shield gets back together to try to take down this new Evolution group with Balor, Owens, and Joe, with Triple H as the leader. I don't know, man. A lot of different scenarios, a lot of different avenues that WWE could go down to make something special, but will they do it? That's the question. Will they do it? Probably not. Probably not. But it's going to be interesting to see Balor at WrestleMania. I'm very excited that he's back. I've missed him. I've stated several times that with Balor going down to injury, Monday Night Raw's main event scene was just disgusting. With Balor going down with injury, the Monday Night Raw main event scene went down with him. Hasn't recovered. With Balor there now, it's going to look vastly different following WrestleMania. Tian Bing will enter the 2017 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Who cares? Tian Bing. His brief appearance on NXT is where you might remember him. Back in October of 2016, he teamed with Ho Ho Loon in a losing effort against Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in the Dusty Tag Team Classic. You also might recognize him by name, Bin Wang, when he was the first Chinese professional wrestler to sign with WWE back in 2016. WWE has announced that Tian Bing will be entering this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. An interesting move by WWE. WrestleMania will be streaming live in China for the first time ever, so this likely has to do with WWE streaming the event in China. Is he going to win? No. He's just going to be another casualty for Braun Strowman and the Big Show. So, Bin Wang, Tian Bing, whatever the fuck you want to call him, he's going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? Vince McMahon, if he is actually tweeting from his Twitter account, which I don't think, I think he's got somebody designed to do that for him. The Vince McMahon official Twitter tweeted out about the Women's Revolution. Fans respond to him about the SmackDown Women's Championship being on the kickoff show. Alexa Bliss will be defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against all available females except Eva Marie. Gone! Like a fucking Frank Thomas home run. Right down the fucking right field line, man. Gone. Yeah, SmackDown and the women's roster going to be in one big match at WrestleMania 33. This match was announced on Tuesday to be on the WrestleMania kickoff show. Vince McMahon tweeted out about the current women's revolution going on in WWE and a recent article about it in USA Today. Super women are as great as supermen. That's what he tweeted out. The top replies on this tweet were many fans upset with the SmackDown women being put on the kickoff show at WrestleMania. These were some of the responses to Vince McMahon's tweet. At Nicolay48, if they are so great, why don't you put them on the main card? Hashtag give SD women a chance. TNA's creative Twitter, at TNA Creative, tweets at Vince McMahon. At Vince McMahon, is that why SmackDown's women take a backseat to rappers? Oh. At AJ Shield, at Vince McMahon, at USA Today, but not if they're on SmackDown, right? At Connor G98 _ at Vince McMahon, why not prove this statement by putting the SmackDown women on the main card? Hashtag give SmackDown women a chance. At MS000G07, at Vince McMahon, stop with this lie after kicking SmackDown women to the pre-show. And finally, at Kimber Last Kick, Vince McMahon, LOL, why did you move them to the pre-show with a bunch of thumb down emojis? So people clearly are not too thrilled with Vince McMahon right now, but again, does it deserve to be on the main card after the build that we got, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously. I mean, honestly, think about the build that we've been given with the SmackDown women. Is it worthy of the pre-show? Or is it worthy of the main card? No. So it belongs, to me, in my eyes, on the pre-show. You know, ever since, and I said this on part 1, as soon as they gave the title back to Alexa Bliss after mistakenly taking it off of her at the Elimination Chamber, she has been a god-awful champion. They haven't done anything with her. She's been miserable. She's downright sucked in this second reign as champion. Haven't done anybody any favors. The build has been awful. They lumped her in with fucking everybody. Nobody gets a chance to shine. There's too many personalities clashing. Should have been a one-on-one match. I've stated this over and over and over and over again. Naomi should have never been given the championship at the Elimination Chamber. If she was never in that match, she would have never got hurt, and you could have built a underdog female story going into her hometown, building up that babyface momentum with the babyface capturing the title in her hometown against the bitch-like heel in Alexa Bliss. WWE dropped the ball. They missed the opportunity. So now we're getting this. And now they're tweeting about a women's revolution. They're in the USA Today. People are fucking complaining to Vince McMahon on Twitter. Why are they on the pre-show? Because it doesn't deserve to be on the main show. It's been garbage. It is where it is because it belongs there. Drop it. Wait for the reset on Tuesday, and then you'll get your SmackDown women having a chance. Not everybody could be on the WrestleMania card. The Raw women should be right there with the SmackDown women on the pre-show. Neville and Aries should be on the main show. Drop it already. Seriously. It ain't that big of a fucking deal. I haven't been invested in it. Why do I want to take up a match on the main card with something I don't care about? There's already enough of that on the main card. Leave it where it is. It is where it is because it belongs there. So drop the fucking issue. Seriously. Anyway, moving on with the rest of the news. What else do we got here? News about Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo's depression. He's going to miss WrestleMania #1, which disappoints me. We got to see Tom, the face that face fucks the place, Phillips, handling SmackDown duties, which, I mean, I don't mind, but he ain't no fucking Mauro. But Mauro and his depression is rumored to have something to do with JBL's comments towards him on SmackDown Live. Did JBL factor into Mauro Ranallo's SmackDown hiatus? SmackDown Live play-by-play commentator Mauro Ranallo is absent from the show's live broadcast for the third consecutive week. On Tuesday, he will miss WrestleMania. They gave you a reason that he missed the March 14th episode due to the fucking nor'easter, Stella, that hit the East Coast. That dropped 9 inches of fucking ice in New York City. However, later reports indicated that the commentator was absent due to his battle with depression and bipolar disorders, which he's spoken publicly about in the past. On screen, Ranallo has dealt with verbal jabs from color commentator JBL. That's why he's on the fucking t-shirt. Get him the fuck off the commentary booth. Who plays a heel commentator. However, JBL's comments and constant bashing of his colleague may have contributed to Ranallo taking an absence from WWE. Beyond the realm of scripted television, according to Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Meltzer claimed the tension between the two has been building for a while as JBL has continued to bash Ranallo for his pop culture references and Twitter activity. JBL was also reportedly upset with Ranallo for tweeting about receiving the Wrestling Observer newsletter Announcer of the Year award, which he mentioned in character on WWE's network Bring It to the Table with Peter Rosenberg and Corey Graves. Following the appearance, Ranallo tweeted, "Jealousy is one hell of a drug," which many took as a direct response to JBL's appearance on Bring It to the Table, although it was never confirmed. Probably had to do with that. Ranallo also retweeted several comments from fans mocking the former WWE champion's critiques on Bring It to the Table. Meltzer also said that JBL likely said something off camera to Ranallo about it, leading to speculation that his comments were more than just part of the act. Following Ranallo's second absence from the March 14th episode of SmackDown in Pittsburgh, JBL bashed his colleague for missing the show. In the since-deleted tweet, JBL wrote, "I made the show, everyone made the show, everyone. Maybe he shouldn't have bashed me if he wasn't going to show up." JBL is a fucking prick. Guarantee you he had no prior knowledge of what was going on with Mauro Ranallo. Now he probably feels like a fucking asshole. The Observer reported that Ranallo has only been in touch with close friends including Frank Shamrock and MMA podcast host Bas Rutten, both claiming that he's getting stronger and recovering. Rutten added to the speculation of JBL's involvement in his friend's hiatus during a series of tweets earlier this month following Ranallo's first SmackDown absence. Ranallo, on the other hand, remained mostly silent on social media during his recent hiatus before thanking fans for their support last Thursday. The commentator mentioned that his doctor advised him to avoid using social media, which many took as confirmation that his hiatus was due to his mental health battles. JBL's alleged reputation as a bully has been well documented in the past, but this may be the worst example if proven true. Even if it began as part of a storyline, there's no excuse for triggering a colleague's depression on live television. Hopefully, Ranallo will make a speedy recovery and return to SmackDown Live sooner rather than later. Fuck JBL, man. I believe that to be 100% true. Because JBL's done it before. There's stories about him and The Miz that are fucking sickening, which I know is just hazing All sports teams do it with the rookies or the new guy, Freshman Friday, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know? But JBL had no prior knowledge, I'm sure, of Moro's depression. He didn't even know Mauro Ranallo's history. So now, being that you know this is a fucking severe issue with Mauro Ranallo, and that when he battles bouts of depression, it's bad, and you're forcing the guy to fucking step away from the one thing that he loves doing, calling wrestling, play-by-play announcing, you look like a fucking asshole now. I hope somebody in WWE got wind of this and really ream into JBL and tell him to lay off the fucking remarks. Go out there and be a heel and call what's in the fucking ring. Not an issue with Ranallo that you've seen on social media or what Ranallo's doing on social media and Ranallo's hip, inside, smarky remarks because he's in with the pop culture crowd. He knows what's hot. He knows what's in. And he's smart enough to apply that to current WWE television and be witty about it. The guy is talented. You're ruining the show by keeping Ranallo off television. Because the SmackDown booth has not been the same with Mr. Facefuck over there calling the action. Oh my God, what a maneuver! Kurt Hawkins goes head first. With what? I'd like to know the name of the move, fuckface. Seriously. Oh my God. His arm must be hurting. I want somebody to at least mix it up with the way WWE wants things done and someone who calls the moves, you know? Driven right into the mat. What's the move called? Face fuck? Huh? A pile driver, a DDT, a fisherman suplex, a brain buster. What the fuck is it? Face fuck? Huh? It's a boring ambiance on SmackDown. This is a professional wrestling show. Give me professional wrestling moves. I know the guy's head went into the turnbuckle. What the fuck was it? Snake eyes, motherfucker. Anyway, fuck JBL. It's the reason why he's on the shirt. Get him off my television. If that's the case, and JBL added to Ranallo's depression, something needs to be said, something needs to be done. He needs to be a little bit more fucking professional. Because now, your remarks, now that you know and the story's out, you're fucking with the man's livelihood and his health. Stay the fuck away from those bullying tactics. Let the guy do his job. Because Ranallo is, you might not like him, not everybody likes him, but he's the best that they got. And you're depriving us, the fans, and the show of the best commentator in that company. Smarten up, be professional, call your fucking matches in the ring, know your role as a heel commentator, and don't cross that line. Cut the shit and leave Mauro Ranallo alone. Now you know the deal with Ranallo. If that's the case, shame on JBL. Former WWE ring announcer, Mr. Justin Roberts, says Vince McMahon doesn't care what the fans think. We didn't need Justin Roberts to fucking remind us of that fact. We see it every fucking week. Wrestling fans are going to tune into WWE because it is the promotion that gets the most coverage in the world. But they better like what they see. I don't have to like anything, bro. If I don't like it, I'm calling you out. I'm telling you exactly what needs to be done and how to book it. It's the way I've always been. Many fans believe that the company will take their thoughts and wants into consideration because they eventually end up seeing what they want. Well, it seems as if Vince McMahon and company know that the fans are going to watch no matter what, and therefore don't care what they think in the end. Even though it has happened for years and even decades, there has been no more confusion as to why a wrestler keeps being pushed than Roman Reigns. Despite the boos that follow him and John Cena wherever they go, WWE continues to push them to the moon and back again. Yes, that may confuse a number of viewers and some may not realize why they do it, but longtime wrestling fans have already become aware of a conclusion that former WWE ring announcer Justin Roberts revealed Vince McMahon doesn't care what the fans think or want. Memorabilia guy, whoever the fuck that is, I don't know. Somebody in the comments, I'm sure, will fill me in on the info. Memorabilia guy recently spoke with former WWE ring announcer Justin Roberts regarding a number of topics as WrestleMania 33 draws near. Roberts served as the ring announcer for WWE for more than a decade until his release in 2014. After that, he signed with Tommy Dreamer and House of Hardcore, and now is the voice of that promotion. Roberts spoke about being a fan of professional wrestling and how his time with Vince and WWE was an unbelievable experience. But that raised an interesting topic. He recently wrote a book called Beast Seat in the House. Am I reading that right? Is it really called that? Beast Seat in the House? Which talks about his time with the promotion and a lot of things he learned while holding nothing back. I feel like that's a typo. Beast Seat in the House or Best Seat in the House? I don't know. Whatever the case may be, again, I'm sure there'll be a fucking goon in the comments correcting me. Thank you, by the way. Fucking assholes. Anyway, in this book, Roberts discusses Vince McMahon not caring what any of the fans think, as he really does lay it all out there. And I quote, this is from Justin Roberts' book. When you do a live wrestling show, you have a live audience telling you what they like and what they hate. Instead of appeasing the fans and writing the show the fans like, and believe me, they have some of the greatest minds and talent in wrestling, they could put on a WrestleMania every week. Don't you think we deserve a WrestleMania every week? Don't you think we deserve a WrestleMania worthy of being called WrestleMania? Like the Attitude Era, you watch it now, and it's really flat for 3 hours. And once in a while, the crowd kind of likes some of it. It's not the talent's fault. As an example, say the crowd really likes Cesaro, but the company wants you to like Sheamus. So they're going to give you Sheamus until you like him in the same way you like Cesaro. Look at Roman Reigns. The company wants you to accept him. But if you, like everyone else, let me rephrase that. But if you like someone else, no, you have to like who the company wants you to like. The fans aren't going to get a show that is catered to them. It's catered to running with the guys who they want to push. End quote. Justin Roberts raises some good examples by talking about Cesaro and how fans are always wanting more of him. But there were times that WWE took him off television completely. Fans weren't latching on to Sheamus as much. So what did they do? WWE partnered the two together and now have a tag team together, Sheamus and Cesaro. And fans love both of them. As if there could be even more perfect examples than that, Roberts brings up Roman Reigns, who's been shoved down the throats of fans for 3 years. But the thing with Cesaro and Sheamus, though, once you break Cesaro away from Sheamus, Sheamus isn't going to be receiving the same type of reactions he is now with Cesaro. Cesaro is still going to get that type of reaction because people wanted to see him succeed for years. They're going to cheer whatever Cesaro is doing because they want to cheer Cesaro, no matter who is standing next to him. But once you break Sheamus away, Sheamus is going to be just as boring as he was before he was paired with Cesaro. And that's the God honest truth. There's nothing interesting about Sheamus. We went through that time and time and time again. Simple. I quote, the higher-ups at that company are sort of the people who say, you're not going to tell us what to do. This is our company, and we will run it how we want. That's it. Wrestling fans are so loyal, they will find 1 or 2 things every week that they like about a show, even if they hated everything else. Sounds like me. Is he describing off the script? Probably. It's unfortunate, and I want WWE to thrive. I just want the fans to have a great show, and the shows I had growing up. I loved wrestling as a kid because it was great. And I want it to be the same way for current fans. I want the business to keep going strong. WWE's making the most money they've ever had in the history of that company. That's all that matters to them. He's right. No matter what they put out, no matter how shitty the product, we're still going to watch. I'm still going to be here. But I'm not going to give in to their political and corporate agenda. If I don't like something, if something doesn't make sense, if I fucking hate something, if I'm tired of a superstar getting an undeserved push that nobody fucking wants to see, I am going to speak out about it. I have every fucking right to. I have every right to call out the company. I have every right to call out the fans who eat this shit up every fucking week and praise it like there's nothing wrong. You're the people who ruin the fucking show. You're the people that's ruining the WWE. You are what's wrong with Raw and SmackDown every week. There are mistakes. There are flaws in the show. Not everything is fucking sunshine and rainbows. Give me a break. People got on my case because I complained about a fucking simple handshake that Shane McMahon offered AJ Styles. Yes, I did. Because if you didn't have people like me dissecting the fucking show while enjoying the product every fucking week, because I'm a diehard, man, who's going to give it to you? Nobody. You're going to have Joe Schmo over there on fucking Loserville podcast sucking the dick of every fucking corporate WWE employee. Oh, it's so great. I don't find anything wrong with the show. I hate negativity. Roman Reigns is great. He's so talented. Fuck out of here, dude. We don't do that here. We don't do that here, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Seriously. Life is not all positivity, man. If you think so, you're living on another fucking world, on another planet. The thing about WWE is that it has enough space for virtually everyone and all fans, which will latch onto one of the popular stars in the company. They may want their favorites to be elevated and hate some of those at the top, but that is the way the wrestling business goes. No matter what, WWE is going to do as WWE wants. And for those that aren't aware of it, Vince McMahon and WWE, they do what they want. Vince McMahon is WWE. You may think he wants to please the fans, and he does, but he doesn't care what you think, or at least according to Justin Roberts. Well, Vince McMahon's a fucking hypocrite then. Because I know when he was on Stone Cold's podcast that aired on the WWE Network, he was like, oh, the fans are the heartbeat of the WWE universe. They are the pulse. You listen to them and they give you what is in, what they want, and who they want. And that's where the money is. But Vince McMahon doesn't care about what you want. Vince McMahon doesn't care about who you like or who you dislike, or he doesn't give a shit about you, period. So, is Justin Roberts lying? I don't think so. Or is Vince McMahon a crock of shit? Did he just go on Stone Cold's podcast months ago on the WWE Network and expose himself as a fucking hypocrite? I think so. We all know WWE's not going to do what we want. Because they don't care. As long as they got the money coming in, you know? They don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. They're making more money now than ever before. Kevin Dunn made $5 million last year. He made more than fucking Vince McMahon. Can you please tell me why that beaver-faced, saber-tooth-looking motherfucker, Kevin Dunn, I can buy 5 million pieces of wood with that salary. Well, Kevin Owens, he could buy 5 million chicken sandwiches on his diet. So is Samoa Joe. Kenny Omega, we could give him $5 million, but I'd be hungry. I wouldn't have no wood. You get my point. You get my point. Moving on from one McMahon to the other, huge stunt planned for Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33 in his match with AJ Styles. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? What could he possibly do? Is he going to imitate a fucking fatality in Mortal Kombat? Is he going to pull out a fucking gun and blow AJ Styles' head off and AJ Styles is going to fucking come back to life? Is he going to fucking resurrect like in Destiny? He's going to be a fucking sun singer and resurrect? What's going to happen? How are they going to blow me away at fucking WrestleMania 33? Seriously. Is Shane McMahon going to bring out Brad Maddox to sit in his corner as his newly hired executive for SmackDown? What's gonna happen? What's gonna be revealed? What's gonna be revealed? I don't know. Let's find out. Last year at WrestleMania 30, boy, is it fucking hot in here, man. Jesus Christ. How could you people live in this shit all year long, man? I'm just working myself up, man. I gotta calm down. Last year at WrestleMania 32, Shane McMahon jumped off the top of the Hell in a Cell structure and missed The Undertaker below. But he's planning something even crazier and more dangerous this year against AJ Styles at WrestleMania 33. Most matches with Shane O'Mac have at least one big spot that makes the WWE Universe watch in shock. WWE fans watch a Shane McMahon match knowing something big will happen. Almost immediately after WWE reveals Shane McMahon's match with The Undertaker would be in a Hell in a Cell match on the grandest stage of them all, the WWE Universe knew that Shane McMahon would eventually come flying off the structure during the match, or before the match was over. Roughly a year later, Shane's leap of faith will go down in WWE history as the top highlight of WrestleMania 32. It was also recently confirmed as the top draw of the event. It's also confirmed that Michael Cole exposed himself there as he was reading from a fucking script as Shane McMahon went through the fucking table like he's reading a fucking documentary. Oh my God! Shane McMahon! For the love of all mankind! You got Shane McMahon jumping 25 fucking feet off a cage in front of you, and you have to look down at a piece of paper to memorize that half-witted fucking sentence? Really? You can't come up with anything better than that? And then you want to know why we shit on the product, Vince. That's exactly why. Initially, the WWE Universe wasn't pleased with the idea of AJ Styles facing Shane McMahon in Orlando on the grandest stage of them all. What is this grand? That's not what they call it anymore. They used to call it that. Now it's the ultimate thrill ride. Thank God none of these reports are claiming the ultimate thrill ride. Because I'd have to bite my tongue every time I see that fucking phrase come up in these notes. The general feeling seemed to be that AJ Styles deserved a better match with a better opponent. Hold on one second. Okay. Just wanted to make sure my computer was still going. Little technical difficulties over here at times, you know? They weren't pleased with it. There are many reasons to be excited about the match, even though it's not what we all wanted. For instance, there's said to be some major concern for Shane McMahon's health because of the big stunt he has planned for the match. Nobody knows what it is yet. That's why we're here. That's why I'm reading it. Last week on SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon brawled with AJ Styles, beat him onto the announce table, and delivered a flying elbow from the top of the turnbuckle in a big spot that the WWE Universe always loves to see. But the thing is, Shane missed AJ. He nailed him, but he missed him. It's always an impressive spot, but it set a precedent for the match that Shane and AJ are going to have on WrestleMania. If that spot was their extended preview, what the fuck are they planning for the match? Construction is currently underway inside Orlando's Camping World Stadium on WWE's set and stages for WrestleMania 33. They're not finished yet, but you can see how things are being built. If you go on, I believe WWE has some of the pictures on their official Twitter. You can go on any of the dirt sheets. They got news articles. I think No DQ's got something on there. Based off the pictures and videos that we've seen thus far, WWE's building the set to appear as this huge roller coaster track, which has extremely tall pillars. The rumor right now is that Shane O'Mac will jump off of them. Obviously, the stunt is very high risk, and there is some major concern that Shane McMahon could seriously injure himself during the spot based on the risk and his health. Shane is 47 years old, so his body might not be able to handle the physical toll. But Shane McMahon is the king of jumping off of high shit. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon will not be the most technical wrestling match at WrestleMania, but Shane and the Phenomenal One are going to make it memorable. The WWE Universe didn't want to see this match initially, but they could be saying something different after their match is over. Many people will forget their complaints after McMahon and Styles possibly steal the show at WrestleMania 33. The expectation is that Styles will be getting the win over Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. It was reported recently that WWE officials are planning for him to re-enter the WWE title picture soon. It's doubtful that they would have Styles lose to Shane in any kind of match, but stranger things have happened in the WWE. If Shane's big stunt is as dangerous as it's rumored to be, there may not even be a winner. Their match may end right after the spot, which would bring the two men to a stalemate. Whatever happens at WrestleMania 33 and AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, there is no question that WWE will remember it forever. I proposed Shane and AJ to be the ladder match at WrestleMania, being that they love to have their ladder matches at WrestleMania. With the contract of AJ Styles on the line, that would be an excuse to get him over to Monday Night Raw. And then WWE can have that roster spot open, that payroll, right? Whatever they were paying AJ Styles, they could go and sign Nakamura and have him debut on SmackDown Live that Tuesday. But you know something crazy is going to happen. Referee probably is going to get knocked out. Some type of fucking fuckery is going to happen. And they're going to land themselves over by the structure, and something's fucking going to happen. Shane's going to probably try to escape or pull some fucking stunt, right? Jump off the thing, whatever the case may be. AJ might find himself climbing up there, and we might see one of them fucking Steve Blackman moments. Remember at SummerSlam years back when Steve Blackman had the kendo stick, nailed Shane McMahon in the back of the fucking neck. He falls right down through a bunch of debris off that big Titantron fucking structure. We might see something like that, man. Who the fuck knows? But all I know is with the extended preview that we've seen on SmackDown Live, they obviously have to do something that's going to make this match stand out. They're not going to have a one-on-one affair where you're going to see arm drags and submissions and fucking this and that. Now, it's going to be a brawl. It's going to be fucking brutal. There's going to be some fuckery where the referee gets fucking knocked out. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And they land themselves over by the entrance or the ramp or the structure, whatever the case may be. That's when the crazy shit's going to happen. Shane McMahon is known for this type of shit. No question. We said it last year at WrestleMania. Hell in a Cell, Shane is jumping off. Now we got WrestleMania 33 in this singles match with AJ Styles. We already seen the flying elbow. We've seen the fucking brawl in the parking lot. It's Shane McMahon. He's going to jump off something at WrestleMania. Mark my words. Whatever the case may be, remains to be seen. I don't know. But you know Shane McMahon is going to do his daredevil stunt at WrestleMania, and it's going to be the highlight of the night for sure. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. It's coming. Eventually, it's coming. The real reason why this match has not happened yet. WWE officials have wanted The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for quite some time. But it just hasn't become a thing right now, and for the following reasons. First and foremost, The Rock hasn't wrestled a match for WWE since WrestleMania 29. Technically, he had a match with Eric Rowan at WrestleMania 32, but that lasted 7 seconds. That was pretty fucking shitty, if you ask me, but it wasn't a serious match. The People's Champion hasn't had a full match or rivalry since losing the WWE Championship to John Cena back in 2013. He made an appearance during each WrestleMania since then, which should happen for the 7th straight time this year in Orlando. However, The Rock will not be wrestling a match on the show at all or for the foreseeable future. WWE officials are still hopeful that will change someday. Meanwhile, WWE fans assume The Rock isn't interested in wrestling anymore because of his overwhelming schedule in Hollywood as a leading man. There are still many dream matches in WWE that the fans would love to see, especially with The Rock, and WWE officials would love to book them. A match with Roman Reigns is at the top of the list, but there is a lot more than his schedule with Hollywood stopping The Rock from wrestling for WWE again. I know Vince McMahon has wanted The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. Not sure if that's going to happen ever. But the real reason why The Rock hasn't wrestled since WrestleMania 29, and most likely won't wrestle ever again, is because of the injuries he suffered during his last match with John Cena. The People's Champion suffered a torn adductor, a hernia, and a torn abdominal muscle at WrestleMania 29, which has made him cautious about wrestling again because of the impact another major injury would have on him. Of course, and if you heard that, that's the ice machine. Of course, fucking ice is melting in the fucking refrigerator. That's how fucking hot it is in here. Of course, there is a risk whenever a performer steps into a WWE ring, but The Rock is currently on a 4-year absence from the squared circle. His body isn't used to wrestling anymore, which could put him at risk for a major injury that could derail his career in Hollywood. Not to mention, major injuries aren't fun, and he can make more money in Hollywood without the risks of getting back in the ring. The last thing The Rock wants to do is step back into a WWE ring unless it's for something absolutely incredible. WWE officials believe that Reigns vs. Rock is something special. At WrestleMania 33, Reigns is expected to defeat The Undertaker in what could be the dead man's last match ever for WWE. Next year, the rumor is, in New Orleans, that Roman could do the same thing with Brock Lesnar and retire Brock Lesnar from the WWE. And that's coming from Meltzer. If either of those rumors turn out to be true, or both of them, turn out to be true over the next year, who could possibly be in a better position to face Roman Reigns? The Rock. It all makes sense. Maybe that's where WWE's leading. Maybe at WrestleMania 35, we get Roman versus The Rock. And that will be another coronation of Roman Reigns. Not only is he getting a coronation at WrestleMania 34, rumored, against Brock Lesnar, he's going to get another coronation at WrestleMania? Don't you think that's a little overkill, bro? Seriously. Fucking hand me the bottle of bleach and watch me drink it live on YouTube. But it may be the only feud that can justify WWE turning him heel, even though many consider him to already be one. He's not. I'm not saying it again. From the perspective of WWE officials and the WWE Universe, Rock versus Reigns is a potentially great match that should be a reality. The powers that be were even trying to make it happen in Orlando this year, being that Rock is from Florida. However, it has not happened yet because The Rock is still unwilling to risk his health in a ring against anyone, and that includes his own family. The Rock has nothing to prove and isn't required to do anything he doesn't want to do for WWE. The WWE Universe will always want to see him on WWE television more often, but he doesn't owe them anything. The idea of Reigns versus Rock is great, but it won't happen until The Rock changes his mind. So there you go. I expect it to happen eventually. You throw The Rock enough money, especially with the way WWE wants to get Roman Reigns over, it'll happen. It'll happen for sure. Not something that I really want to see, because it's all too predictable, and it's fucking... If you talk about cringe, that's the definition of cringe right there. Give me a fucking break. Tired of this fucking bullshit. Anyway, we're going to end the show on this one. News on Paige. Alberto Del Rio is marrying Paige, but is he marrying Paige to stop her from harming herself? With the Paige sex scandal exploding everywhere in the last 2 weeks, the latest WWE rumors suggest that Alberto El Patron, or Alberto Del Rio, known better to WWE fans, the former WWE superstar is now going by the name, like I said, Alberto El Patron. He's getting married to Paige, his fiancée, to get the heat of the sex tape scandal off of her. It's not that he wasn't going to marry her in the first place. The two were engaged before the scandal exploded, but the pressure to get married is now greater than ever thanks to the sex tape leak. Moreover, Alberto has started spreading the rumors that WWE will not leave him and Paige alone. According to the latest WWE rumors from the New York Post, Alberto may have wanted to marry Paige to save her because Paige wanted to kill herself after the sex tape scandal exploded. I quote, and this is from Paige herself, "I had days where I wanted to physically harm myself, not only for what millions were telling me, but because my family and my husband were suffering the same fate from the internet because of my mistake," end quote. According to the latest WWE rumors from Hollywood Life, Del Rio places the blame squarely on the shoulders of the WWE for all the drama that has gone on. Paige has been engaged to Del Rio for more than 5 months, but there was no talk of them getting married until now. Now, while the WWE wasn't mentioned by name in Del Rio's post, he did mention that Paige would be his wife as of this week. And there would be no other reason for them to walk down the aisle if it were not for the fact that he wanted to get rid of the scandal on Paige's behalf. And I quote, "Alberto's relationship with WWE has been rocky, to say the least. He was fired from WWE in 2014 for unprofessional conduct after an incident with an employee. He was brought back to the organization but was suspended in August 2016, along with Paige, for violating WWE's wellness policy. He left WWE for good in September 2016. Paige was suspended again on October 2016 for violating the same policy," end quote. According to the latest WWE rumors from Comic Book, Del Rio insists it was the WWE, not an individual hacker, that leaked the photos. Del Rio is claiming that the company isn't happy with the fact that he and Paige are in a relationship, and they're doing all of this to get the couple to break up. Give me a fucking break. They don't give a fuck about what Del Rio does. That's on some conspiracy type bullshit, man. You know, I doubt WWE would do that. That's just ridiculous to even think, really. You know, Everything is in the cloud, and everything is stored to your PCs and your fucking phones. You'll be surprised what fucking people do, man. These low-life, no-life fucking losers. What they do at home all day. Fucking coming up with algorithms and fucking plans and this and that. Scheming like fucking Stewie, you know, on Family Guy to fucking take over the world. Or Pinky and the Brain. Something like that. Give me a fucking break, man. WWE didn't leak the fucking videos. It's a rumor that's out there, but I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. But wrestling fans, you know, they don't know what to think. They're just fucking happy to be jerking off the fucking page, sucking Brad Maddox's cock. They don't give a fuck. You know? What's going on with all this shit, man? What do you think? You think the WWE leaked the sex tape? You think the WWE leaked the sex tape to get Paige and Del Rio to fucking break up because they don't agree with her relationship with Del Rio and they're upset about her activities after... You know, after her injury and all this other shit. But what do you guys think? I think it's just one of these fucking weird conspiracies out there that's gaining traction. I don't think so, dude. Listen, Del Rio, you did a good thing. Marry the woman you love. Get her off this fucking, you know, this negativity. You know, being married is something that all women want to go through. You marry the woman that you like, the woman that you love, and that's it. That's it. Go about your business. Go back doing your wrestling business. You know, Paige is going to go back to the WWE. She still has a place in the WWE. If not, she's going to be more popular now when she comes back. That being that she's been in all the different fucking limelights, you know. She definitely has a place in the women's revolution on Monday Night Raw. But good on him. He's looking out for her. He really loves her. They're getting married, but I don't think WWE leaked the footage. I think that's insane. Absolutely insane. But what do you guys think? You think Del Rio is talking a lot of bullshit, or did WWE really leak the sex tape just to get he and Paige to separate? Let me know what you guys think down below. And that is off the script from Orlando as I'm sweating my fucking balls off. The ice is melting in the fucking ice machine. Jesus Christ, man, I'm done. All the recordings this weekend are done. You're going to see vlogs recorded from here on out, man. So... thank you guys so much for everything. If you enjoyed, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys check the annotations for all the videos you missed this week. I got match simulations coming up today for the two biggest matches on the card. Reigns, Undertaker, Goldberg, Lesnar. You'll see them with my commentary behind it. And I will be tweeting. I will be taking pictures. I will be in and around social media all day because it's WrestleMania Sunday. Thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter, @JD from NY206 to catch up on all the fun. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, and I will see you guys for WrestleMania 33 review. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I'm going home tomorrow. I'll be back in New York, and thank you for everything, man. Talk to you later. Enjoy WrestleMania, and I'll see you later tonight.